Okay, let's talk about something maybe you've noticed. That feeling of just being tired or the brain fog, or even simple things feel, well, difficult.
Yeah, or those aches and pains you kind of just start accepting as, oh, that's just part of getting older.
Exactly. But what if it's not just getting older? What if our bodies are actually struggling, almost caught in this slow burn decline we don't even really notice?
Well, our deep dive today digs into something pretty startling about that.
Go on.
What's really fascinating is, the body is designed for constant renewal. It's this amazing cycle of damage and repair, breaking down old stuff, building new stuff, like a construction crew working 24/7.
A construction crew, I like that.
Right. But for a lot of people, that crew, well, it's like they've been laid off, or maybe they're just on standby permanently.
Well, what's stopping them?
They're not getting the right signals, or maybe not the right materials, or even just the right environment to actually do their job. The regenerative work just isn't happening.
And that's exactly what we want to unpack today. Why do our bodies get stuck in this damage control mode, just patching things up instead of really fixing the foundation? And more importantly, how can you flip that switch back on, get the healing going again? We're pulling our insights from a really powerful video from the Night Drive YouTube channel. It's called Your Body Won't Recover, Fix It Today. Yeah, we want to give you those aha moments, and some actual practical things you can do, a path forward to feeling genuinely better, to actually thriving.
So this damage control mode, let's dig into that. It's not just feeling a bit run down, is it?
No, not at all. It's systemic. Your body's so busy dealing with immediate problems, maybe low-grade inflammation that's always simmering, or stress hormones constantly flooding your system, metabolic chaos,
right,
that it literally has no energy left over for the real deep healing, the rebuilding part. It's like, imagine your house has a bunch of small fires smoldering in different rooms, and instead of calling the fire department, you're just running around, moving the couch away from this fire, pulling a curtain back from that one.
Yeah, you're reacting, trying to limit the damage you see right now.
But you're not putting out the fire, and the whole house is slowly, getting ruined.
That's a perfect analogy. And the really tricky part is how gradual
it creeps up on you.
Exactly. So you adapt. What felt awful at first slowly becomes, just normal. Your new normal is actually a state of constant crisis management.
Wow. And what's happening on the inside when we're stuck like that at the cellular level?
Well, that's where it gets pretty serious. It actually speeds up aging.
Yeah.
Deep inside your cells, you have mitochondria, right? The energy generators.
Yeah.
They start becoming really inefficient. Instead of clean energy, they start leaking, producing these reactive molecules, free radicals. And this isn't just a little bit of energy loss. It causes oxidative stress. It's like internal rust, damaging everything, proteins, DNA.
Rust inside us. That's unsettling.
It is. And your immune system gets totally confused. It can become overactive, attacking your own tissues sometimes.
Autoimmune issues.
Could be linked, yeah. And at the same time, it can be underactive, failing to protect you properly from actual infections or threats. It's just internal chaos.
Okay, so that's the big picture. Total system confusion. But the source mentions specific roadblocks, right? Things that actually stop the repair crew from working.
Exactly. It drills down into some key mechanisms that get thrown off. One of the biggest is insulin resistance.
We hear that term a lot. What does it really mean in this context?
Think of insulin like it unlocks your cells, so sugar, glucose can get in for energy.
Right.
With insulin resistance, those locks get, kind of jammed. They don't respond properly. So your body thinks, I need more keys, and pumps out more insulin. Now you've got high insulin levels floating around all the time. And that's a huge driver of inflammation, makes it really hard to lose weight. And, it's the path towards prediabetes and type 2 diabetes.
So it's not just the sugar itself, but the body's response, the constant high insulin that's causing major problems.
It disrupts fundamental energy management.
What else gets messed up?
Well, linked to that often is liver backup. Your liver is like the main processing plant, right? It handles toxins, metabolic waste.
Everything goes through the liver.
Pretty much. But when it gets overloaded, maybe by poor diet, insulin issues, whatever, it slows down. It gets sluggish.
And that's where the brain fog comes in.
That's a big part of it. And the fatigue, just feeling generally unwell, your body just can't clear out the metabolic junk effectively.
Okay, liver backup. Makes sense. And the gut. You always hear gut health is key.
Absolutely crucial. Which brings us to gut lining breakdown. Think of your gut lining as this incredibly smart barrier. It's supposed to let only fully digested nutrients through.
Right. Keep the bad stuff out.
Exactly. But the connections between the cells, these tight junctions, can get damaged. We often hear leaky gut.
Yeah.
What that really means is these junctions loosen up, and then stuff that shouldn't get through, undigested food particles, bacterial bits, toxins, slips into your bloodstream.
Oh.
And your immune system sees this stuff and goes on high alert, triggering inflammation everywhere in the body, not just in the gut.
So it's not just a leak. It's like opening the floodgates for inflammation triggers.
Yeah.
That's a much clearer picture. What about stress? So many of us are chronically stressed.
Huge factor. That leads to the chronic stress response. Our fight or flight system is brilliant for, escaping a tiger, short bursts.
Right. Get out of danger, then calm down.
But modern life often keeps that system switched on. Deadlines, traffic, financial worries, constant notifications.
Yeah.
So you're bathing your body in stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. And that's devastating. Literally breaks down muscle. Yeah. Weakens your immune system significantly. And crucially, it makes that deep restorative sleep we need for repair almost impossible to get. Your body thinks it's always in an emergency. Healing is not the priority then.
Survival is.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. And you mentioned one more thing earlier. Autophagy, the cleanup crew.
Ah, yes. Autophagy going offline. Autophagy is your body's natural essential recycling program. Cells identify damaged parts, old worn out mitochondria.
The cellular junk.
Exact. And they break it down, recycling the components to build new, healthy parts. Brilliant.
So what happens when it stops?
When autophagy slows down or stops working well, which happens with high insulin, constant eating, lack of sleep, that cellular junk just accumulates. Imagine a factory floor getting cluttered with broken machines.
Things just grind to a halt.
Pretty much. And that directly translates to the brain fog, the sluggishness, the slow healing. It makes you feel older, faster. It's a key process that gets shut down in that damage.
Okay, so insulin resistance, liver backup, gut breakdown, chronic stress, autophagy offline. It's not just one thing. It sounds like a chain reaction, a domino effect.
It absolutely is. None of these exist in isolation. They feed into each.
So where does this cascade show up most obviously in the body? How does it impact our major systems?
You see it everywhere. Take your cardiovascular. Chronic inflammation, maybe started by the gut issues or insulin resistance, directly damages the lining of your blood. Makes them stiff, less flexible.
Like old pipes?
Sort of, but it's more like the pipe material itself is degrading and your blood can actually get thicker, making your heart work much harder just to pump it around.
That's scary. What about hormones?
The hormonal system goes haywire. All those chemical messengers that run everything, energy, mood, metabolism, sex drive, they start sending mixed signals or the signals aren't received properly.
So like thyroid tests might look normal?
Exactly. But at the cellular level, the hormone isn't actually working effectively. You see declines or imbalances in sex hormones, growth hormone, everything that keeps us feeling vital.
So the lab numbers don't tell a whole story. It's about how the cells use the hormone.
Precisely. That's a crucial
And the brain. You mentioned brain fog.
Right. Brain function takes a big hit. That inflammation we talked about. It doesn't just stay in your body. It crosses the blood-brain barrier.
Oh, wow.
That's why memory gets fuzzy, why focus feels like a superpower you lost, why moods can swing wildly. Your brain chemistry is literally disrupted. You're living under this constant cognitive cloud.
And our muscles and joints, the aches and pains.
They suffer too.
Yeah.
Muscles and joints start breaking down faster than they can rebuild. Cartilage wears thin, tendons get inflamed easily, muscles lose strength, sarcopenia.
So movement becomes harder.
And more painful, which then makes you move less.
Which makes the breakdown worse. It's a vicious cycle.
It really is.
So putting it all together, this is pretty. As these systems break down, they create more stress, more inflammation, which just speeds everything up like that snowball rolling downhill you mentioned.
It's bigger and faster.
Yeah. And it leaves you feeling like you're aging in dog years or that good health is just not in the cards for you anymore.
That feeling of resignation is so common.
But, and this is the really important part, is our source insists this isn't permanent. This whole process, it says, is reversible.
Yes, that's the crucial message of hope here. People often underestimate, or maybe the medical system overlook, just how incredible the body's capacity for regeneration is.
Give us some examples.
Okay, your liver. It can regrow significantly, even if a large part is damaged. Your gut lining completely replaces itself every few days.
Every few days. That's amazing.
Your blood cells turn over every few months. Your bones are constantly being remodeled, broken down, and rebuilt. The ability to heal is...
So the problem isn't that the construction crew forgot how to work.
No. Problem is, we've been unknowingly creating conditions that prevent them from working. We've created the wrong environment.
It's like that garden analogy you use, trying to grow plants in terrible soil with no water or sun.
Exact. The seeds aren't broken. The environment is wrong. Give your body the right conditions intentionally, consistently, and it will heal, often with a speed that genuinely surprises.
Okay. The body wants to. So what are those right conditions? What does our body actually need to shift gears from breakdown to repair? Our source talks about 3 big rocks, right? Foundational things.
Yes, 3 core pillars. These aren't fads. They're about giving your body what it fundamentally needs to activate its own system. The first one is fuel flexibility.
Fuel flexibility. What does that mean?
Most of us in our modern world, our cells are kind of stuck burning sugar, glucose all day long. Easily available.
Right, carbs are everywhere.
But our bodies are designed to be flexible, to be able to switch efficiently between burning sugar and burning fat for energy. That's metabolic.
And how do we encourage that?
Things like intermittent fasting are powerful here. When you go for periods without, your body has to tap into fat. This lowers insulin levels.
And lower insulin.
It's huge because high insulin basically slams the brakes on autophagy, that cellular cleanup.
So fasting lets the cleanup crew actually work.
Exactly. It lifts the brake. Cells can finally clear out the junk and start rebuilding with good stuff. It's truly regenerative. And of course, it also means giving your body the right building blocks, quality protein, healthy fats for hormones, lots of minerals for all the cellular reactions.
Okay, so fuel flexibility, getting good at burning fat, not just sugar, and giving the body breaks from eating. What's the second big rock?
The second is timing and circadian rhythm. Huge. Your body's repair systems are completely tied to your internal 24-hour.
Our body clock.
Yes. Most heavy-duty repair happens at night, but only if your body actually knows it's nighttime and time to repair.
How do we tell it?
Consistency is key. Bright light exposure, ideally sun soon after waking up. This powerfully sets your clock for the day. Then, aiming for darkness at night, really dark signals it's time for sleep and repair. Consistent mealtime times also help anchor.
Okay, light in the morning, dark at night. What else affects time?
Interestingly, temperature variation plays. Things like ending your shower with cold water or using a sauna. These are mild controlled stressors.
Like a little challenge for the body.
Exactly, a hormetic stressor. They wake up cellular repair pathways, making your cells more resilient.
Fascinating. I always thought cold showers were just about waking me up. No. Okay, fuel flexibility, timing circadian rhythm. What's the third big rock?
The third is safety and recovery. Fundamentally, your body will not prioritize healing if it thinks it's under threat.
If it's still in that fight or flight mode.
Precisely. If stress hormones are high, if there's chronic underlying inflammation that hasn't been resolved, if your systems are overloaded, healing takes a back survival.
So how do we create that feeling of safety?
It means actively working to resolve inflammation, not just masking. It means supporting your body's natural detoxification and waste removal system. Things like good hydration, movement to help lymph flow, and maybe most importantly, creating genuine periods of rest and low stress where repair can actually become the priority.
Makes sense. It needs to feel safe enough to let its guard down and fix.
Exactly. And what's cool is how these 3 rocks work together. When you get your timing right, becoming fuel flexible is easier. When your body feels safe, your circadian rhythms often improve naturally. When you're fuel flexible, you recover better.
They reinforce each other. A virtuous cycle instead of a vicious one.
That's the goal.
Okay, this is brilliant. Understanding the why and the what. Now let's get super practical. How do we actually do this stuff? What are the concrete steps someone listening right now can start taking based on our source?
Right, let's empower your body. First act, start your morning with bright light and move. Seriously, within 30 minutes of waking, try to get 10 minutes of natural sunlight in your eyes. No sunglasses.
Just 10 minutes.
Even that helps. And combine it with some gentle movement stretching, a short walk. This shouts, wake up, time to be active, to your internal clock. Sets the rhythm for the whole day.
Okay, sunlight and movement first thing. Easy enough. What's next?
Compress your eating window. Instead of eating from the moment you wake up until you go to bed, try to eat your meals within, say, an 8, 10, or maybe 12-hour window.
Intermittent fasting.
Yeah, it gives your digestion a break. Remember, your body can't efficiently digest and repair at the same time. This scheduled off time for digestion is when autophagy, the cleanup crew, really gets to work.
Okay, so define an eating window. Got it. What else?
Use temperature variation. This sounds intimidating, maybe, but it's powerful. Try finishing your shower with 30 to 60 seconds of cold water. Turn it cold at the very end.
Does it really help that much?
It does. It's a fantastic way to stimulate those cellular repair systems. Or if you have access to a sauna or even just a hot bath, follow it with a cool down. That contrast key.
Okay, challenge the body a bit with temperature. I can try the cold shower thing. What about exercise?
Rethink exercise for regeneration, not just calorie burning. Yes, burn calories, but think about signaling. Short bursts of high intensity, like sprints or quick intervals, with good recovery, tell your body, we need to be stronger.
Build back better.
Exactly. And strength training is crucial for building and maintaining muscle, which is metabolically so important. Even just consistent walking helps flush waste products and improves circulation, delivering nutrients, removing junk.
So move your body intentionally. Got it. Sleep must be on this list.
Absolutely non-negotiable. Optimize your sleep environment. Make your bedroom a sleep sanctuary. Cool, ideally around 60-67 Fahrenheit. Completely dark. Cover every little LED. Use blackout curtain. And try to go to bed around the same time each night.
Consistency again.
Crucial for hormone release, brain cleaning the glymphatic system works at night and resetting your immune. Deep healing happens during
dark. What else?
Smart hydration, not just chugging water when you feel thirsty. Sip clean water throughout the day. Maybe add a pinch of natural salt or some trace minerals for electrolytes, especially if you're active or fasting. Hydration is fundamental for everything.
Right. Keep the pipes flowing.
And finally, prioritize nutrient-dense food. When you are eating, focus on foods that pack the biggest nutritional punch per bite. Think organ meats if you're open.
Liver, heart.
Yeah. Wild-caught fatty fish, lots of colorful vegetables for phytonutrients, maybe some fermented foods for gut health. Give your repair crew the high-quality materials they need.
Okay, these are all concrete actions. Sunlight, eating window, cold showers, smart exercise, optimized sleep, hydration, nutrient dense. It feels doable. Broken down like that.
No, this isn't an overnight fix, right? It's a shift. The source gives a kind of timeline. What can people realistically expect as they implement? Yes. And managing expectations is important. It's a journey. In the first week or two, you'll likely hit a stabilization phase. Energy might start to feel more even, less spiky, less crashing in the afternoon. Sleep might start feeling better.
Okay, stabilization first.
Then around weeks 3 and 4, you often feel a real metabolic shift. Your body's getting better. You might notice appetite changes, maybe craving. Mental clarity often starts improving here. Some early body composition change.
Feeling sharper, body starting to adapt. Nice.
Moving into months 2 and 3, that's when repair activation really seems. This is often when people notice those nagging aches and pains starting to ease up. Skin quality can improve. Digestive issues might really start settling. That brain fog starts lifting more notice.
Okay, so actual noticeable improvements in chronic issues, that's motivating.
Then months 4 through 6 is often the regeneration. This is where you might see measurable increases in muscle mass if you're strength trained. Bone density and hormones find a better balance. You start feeling genuinely vibrant, like your old self, but maybe even better.
Wow, actual regeneration, that's powerful.
And then beyond month 6, you move into optimization. This is where you experience that sustained energy all day, real mental sharpness, better emotional resilience to handle stress, and just physical vitality that might feel like something you haven't had or maybe ever.
That's the goal, right?
Yeah.
True vitality.
That's the potential when you give your body the right environment.
This is so important. It's not about perfection, is it? It's about understanding what your body needs and building sustainable habits.
Exactly.
And the power of starting small.
Yeah.
You don't need to do all 7 things perfectly.
Absolutely not. Pick one.
Just one.
Yeah. Maybe tonight you just make sure you eat dinner 3 hours before bed. Or tomorrow morning you stand outside for 5 minutes without your phone. Or you add that 30 seconds of cold water to your shower.
Small steps. Consistent.
Small, consistent changes send powerful signals. They build momentum. They lead to profound transformations at the cellular level over time.
So reflecting on all this, your body listening right now, it's been waiting for you to create the right conditions so it can finally do its healing. It's been juggling crises, doing its best with what it had.
Often running on empty, just trying to keep things going.
Yeah.
But this deep dive, it really shows us that today, right now, you have this incredible opportunity to shift gears, to go from crisis management to real healing, from breaking down to building back up, to go from just survive to actually thriving.
You really do deserve to feel vibrant, to wake up with energy, to live in a body that helps you achieve your dreams, not hold you back.
Everyone does.
So as you go about your day after listening to this, just consider, what's the one small, consistent change you're going to make starting today? What signal when you send your body that says, okay, it's safe now. Let's start the repair. Because that new normal, you've maybe settled. It doesn't have to be permanent. The repair can start now. Your body's ready. Are you?